I am Stephanie Gilbert, the Customer Service Manager, and I'm going to talk you guys through how to use our new website. On the first page, you'll put your username and password. If you do not remember your password, you have the option to select Forgot Password, which will take you, you would go into your email to reset your password. Okay, once you sign into the website, it will take you to our Maps landing page. This is the page that has all of the announcements, news and resources, lots of detail. For any announcements that we have to post, we'll put here as new things are added. For example, this is the information about the new Fluviron order form for this next season. You can click on this and it'll take you into a link to order with information. This 3-line tab over here will give you a quick option to click into the section that you would like to go into. There are lots of information regarding marketing, compliance, all of our recall notices as events are added. Partnerships, promotions, frequently asked questions, and then there's a section on returns that has our returns policy. Or you can scroll through and find the information you're looking for. You also have the option to use this search bar to search for information. If you wanted to search for the flu form, you could do that, and it would take you into a page with resources about the flu vaccine. One thing you should note is this tab, this search tab, is not for product lookup, it's for information lookup. In order to look for information on products, you would need to go into the order site. So you'd click this red button here. Takes you into your account. You can look right here and see your account. If you're a user that has multiple accounts, then you have the option to drop down and select which account you would like to use. When you go into the orders tab, it takes you straight into your orders that are unsubmitted. So it takes you into the second tab here under current orders. If you already have created an order, it will show you what orders are created and unsubmitted. This looks very similar to the old website. You can create a new order. You can choose regular order or C2 order. If you have already created a template, you can select a template. So I will create a regular order. This is where you can name it whatever you would like. Once you create that order, this is where you have the option to save that order as a template. If you would like to do auto submit, that feature is right here in the top center. You can select which date you would like to auto submit and then select auto submit. When you go into an existing order, one thing to note is when you're doing product lookup, when you have an order open, you want to search products here first. And then when you search by a product, it will bring up the option to refine your search. So you can put a general description here and then do a refined search here for the strength. Or you can even search by a particular vendor. If you wanted to search by Breckenridge, you can do that as well. Another thing is when you have a current order open, you want to avoid doing your product search in this top global search, because if you did that, it would take you out of this existing order and into the product lookup tab. So you want to be sure you use the product search down here. If you have an item number and you want to take this information out after you finish that search, if you have an item number, you can search that here. And it'll bring up that item. So this is Lysol sanitizing wipes. This is where you have the option to select if you want to order just shelf labels, price stickers, shelf label and price sticker. If you want to do an override quantity cut, if you need to, let's say you order 100 and you want to override the cut that we have on that, or if you do not want the item to substitute, you can select that here. Put in your quantity, click add to order. That will add to the current order that you are in. When you scroll all the way down, you will see that order at the bottom. So these are the lines that are on that order. Another thing you can do when you search, say we want to look for ibuprofen and I want to do 200 milligram. If you were to select the quantity here and you needed to order a price sticker or something from here, you can put your quantity in, click add to order, and then scroll down to the bottom. This is where you can select if you just wanted a price sticker or a shelf label. That's where you can make that adjustment, is at the bottom. You want it to look for Band-Aid. As you can tell, the search feature is much better. The images are a lot better. We have a lot more images on our products in here. I can filter my search to Disney. I could even filter if I wanted to just look at Frozen Disney. So you can really use this refined search to find exactly what you're looking for. Another thing is the system will default to this full view. The full view will give you the vendor name, it'll give you the item number, net price, which is your price after your rebate, and then your invoice price is what will show that you're billed for. You can see our warehouse quantity. If the item has AWP, it'll have that here, and then the category. You also have the option to do customer view. So if you wanted to show one of your customers the product image, you could show them the image, and also that will transition to retail price. So it will no longer show your price, it will show the customer's retail price. You can click enlarge to see that image. And then we also have the option for a compact view, which is just the list view. If you were looking at products, if you were looking at all Band-Aids and you wanted a list view of those products, you could do that. So that's if you have a current order, you would go into that order and add items. You would also have the option to look at order history. Once an order was submitted, you can look very similar to the order history before. It'll tell you if the order is acknowledged, the submitted date. It'll also tell you how the order was submitted. If you had point of sale order, it would tell you that. It gives you our order number that goes into our system. So if you had to call and ask a question about a submitted order, you can reference this number. And then, of course, all the additional details as far as your total lines, total pieces, and then the extended invoice price. This is the refresh button. So if you sent an order and it takes a couple minutes to go through, you can always click this refresh orders button and it will refresh the screen for you. One thing I mentioned before with the current orders, if you are in a current order and you use this global search box up here, it will take you out of an order. So if you were to look, let's say you looked by an NDC number, it will find that product, but it no longer is in the orders tab. We are now under the product search tab. So if you were to select how you wanted to order this item, you put the quantity in, you click this checkbox, and you also have to select which order you want it to go to. If you don't change that order, it's going to select the one that's defaulted. So if I really wanted to put it under this order, then I would need to make sure I'd click that drop down box and click add to order, because I'm no longer within that current order. Again, we have this section up here. When you go in, it defaults to the orders tab, but you can click on product catalog and it will bring up several catalogs with the defined FindLink class, where you can select the specific category and see what items we have in a specific category. This is the process for doing a return. you would come over here and select the Returns tab, which will take you into your submitted and unsubmitted returns. As you can see, they will show your unsubmitted returns and your submitted returns. You can filter if you want to see your unsubmitted ones on top. You could create a new return, select what kind of return it is. This search is very similar to the product search. You could search by, we'll do Band-Aids again. You could search by Band-Aids and even filter your search again. Or if you have an item number, you could put that item number in there. If an item has an expiration date, this is where you would select that expiration date. If their item has a lot number, you'd put the lot number here. The quantity you want to return, and then select the reason for the return. If an item is a non-returnable item and it's one that you have called into customer service to get a return authorization, you would select RA number and then add to return. When you print this document, that's where you will handwrite in that RA number that customer service provided. So once you're finished adding items to your return, you click submit, and then you have the option to print that document, and that's the document that you will send back with your items. I'm now going to talk you through reports. We have a tab here for your reports. This will show you where you can access your monthly statements, monthly reports, your invoice history, ASN history, and then your rebate checks. Certain users have access to this information. Some have access to their statements and the monthly reports, and then others just have access to invoice and ASN history. If you have any questions, you can always call our customer service line. The phone number is 919-596-2151, option 1.